DRJ Kids.
Story: The New Year Miracle. Paralyzed Ramdeen stayed in a poor slum in the city. His wife had passed away a long time back, and he was taking care of his two children, Anshika and Ashu, all by himself. He was a cobbler by profession.
Sir, do I have to just repair your shoes or do I also polish and shine them?
Yes, brother. Repair them well and then polish them also.
Okay, sure, sir.
Saying so, Ramdeen repairs his shoes and also shines and polishes them, and then the customer pays him and leaves. Ramdeen's son Ashu comes there right after the customer leaves and
Father, I have brought food for you. Now quickly first eat the food and then do whatever work you have to do. Is it okay?
Understood, my little grandpa. You are much more concerned about me than about yourself.
And why should it be any different? You are our father, and who else do we have in this world precious than you?
May God bless you, my son. I feel so happy listening to you and your wise words all the time.
in the evening, Ramdeen comes home from work. Ashu and Anshika are studying. Seeing his children studying so diligently makes Ramdeen's heart swell with pride.
Very, very good, my children. If both of you study with dedication, then you will be successful in life.
Father, you just wait and watch. I'll study hard and will be a pilot one day.
And what is this pilot all about, son?
Pilot is someone who flies an aeroplane in the air, Father.
Oh, is it? I will pray to God that you become a pilot when you grow up.
This way, Ramdeen was taking care of his kids by doing shoe repair work when suddenly, one day in a road accident, he dies. And then,
Father, please take me with you too. I can't live without you, my father.
I too can't live without you, Father. I also want to go with you, Father.
seeing the children so heartbroken and miserable, the people gathered there were saddened. And then,
Brother Ramdeen's children are in a state of utter shock. Quickly pick up his body, else the children will not stop crying.
he is absolutely right. Keeping the children's situation in mind, his last rites need to be completed quickly. Amongst all these discussions, the villagers take his body away and perform his last rites and rituals. His body is cremated. Then, after a few days,
Brother, now what are we going to do? Father is also gone. Now who will feed me, brother?
Please don't cry, sister. I'll earn for our survival and will also make sure that you get good education, okay?
But from where will you get the money?
I'll become a cobbler, my dear sister. I'll sit at our father's shoe repairing shop and will start earning from now on.
and from that day, Ashu started shoe repair work at his father's repair location.
Fix your shoe, fix your sandal. Come on, everybody. Shine and polish your shoes. Your shoes will shine like the moon and stars. Your old shoes will look like new.
Hearing Ashu sing, a youth named Aman comes to him and tells him,
Hey, you seem to be very new over here. A middle-aged man used to sit over here. Has he left his job and gone?
He has left this world and gone, sir.
Ashu's eyes fill with tears on saying this, and then he tells Aman all about his father's death.
No one can fight destiny, my son. God always tries the patience of the poor in this way. You need to do your work with lot of honesty so that in the future you don't have to beg for food. Keep in mind.
Ashu focuses on his work diligently, and very slowly he starts earning some money too. He works from daybreak till evening and returns home with a happy face and heart.
Brother, what have you got for me today?
What did you ask me to get for you in the morning?
I had asked for some hot jalebis.
So that is exactly what I've got for you.
You are very good-hearted, brother. You always remember everything I tell you.
Hearing Anshika say this, Ashu becomes very emotional, and then he tells her with a smile,
Who else will I remember if not you and your words, my dear sister? I have no one else in this big world apart from you.
Brother, I miss father a lot.
Yes, even I miss father a lot.
And in this way, both the siblings start living their life little by little very happily. Ashu felt very bad about leaving his studies and education completely, but he somehow controls his emotions and always keeps thinking about Anshika.
If I can work a little more, then I'll be able to save enough money to ensure Anshika's admission in a good and reputed school.
Thinking of all this, he focuses more on his work and works harder, and he works till very late in the evening beside the street every day. But he was still unable to save enough money to get her admission done in a good school.
We poor can do as much hard work as possible, but will never be able to reach up to the rich people, Anshika.
Why are you saying this?
Because I have been working hard day and night, but still unable to earn enough so as to be able to admit you to a good and reputed school.
You please do not be sad, brother. I really like studying in the poor people's school, brother.
In this way, days pass by, and then the last month of the year arrives. People start making preparations for celebration and welcoming the new year. Seeing so much excitement and preparations among the rich people, Anshika too wishes that she could celebrate the new year as well. And then,
Brother, I too want to celebrate the new year.
Sure, dear sister. When did I stop you from celebrating?
on hearing Ashu's words, Anshika gets a little upset. And then she says,
If father was here, he would have never said this. Father used to buy so many new things always in the new year. And you?
And I don't want to get anything for you. That's what you mean, right?
Yes, yes, yes. That's what I want to say.
On hearing Anshika say this, Ashu laughs and tries to pacify her. And
Oh, my dear little sister Anshika, who do I earn for? For you only, right? You do not have to worry at all. I'll bring new clothes, sweets, and a lot of other things for you, dear Anshika. And then both of us will decorate our house and celebrate the new year with pomp.
Really, brother?
Absolutely, dear sister.
that day, Ashu had the excitement of celebrating New Year in his heart. And so he finishes his work as fast as he can by evening. He buys new clothes and sweets from the market for his sister Anshika. Meanwhile, Anshika too waits eagerly for the return of her brother Ashu. But while returning home, Ashu suddenly gets hit by a car on the road.
This child is injured, Mr. Anand, but it's not serious. He will gain conscious in a while.
Now that's very good news, doctor.
God knows whose child he is.
He looks like a boy from a poor family, Rajni.
After a while, Ashu regains consciousness, and then Anand and his wife ask Ashu about his family. He starts crying. He tells them everything about himself and his sister Anshika amidst a lot of crying and tears. Listening to his sad story, Anand and his wife Rajni feel very sorry for him.
My dear son, God has given you and your sister a lot of pain and sorrow.
But if you wish, then all your pain and sufferings can vanish from your life because we are ready to adopt you and your sister.
Yes, my son, we do not have any child of our own. And today on New Year's Eve, we were on our way to the orphanage to adopt a child. When on the road you came and got hit by our car.
Perhaps God wanted us to meet you, my son. That's the reason for this incident.
Listening to Anand and Rajni's sweet and humble words, Ashu's joy knew no bounds. And he says,
Are you serious? You are really interested in adopting us and becoming our parents?
Yes, my son. If you and your sister want to become our children willingly, then we will never let anything harm you.
We will educate the both of you and never let there be any dearth of love from us as parents to you.
On witnessing Anand and Rajni's love, Ashu and Anshika both agree to go with them. In this manner, two orphaned kids get parents, and then all of them celebrate New Year with a lot of happiness and hope.